why would you want to be an empath? I've seen all of these posts and all of these people talking about how they're empaths and they're miserable. They can't go out places, they can't go to grocery stores, they can't hang out places, they can't go to bars. They are overwhelmed, they are out of control. Why would anybody want to be an empath? I have an answer for you. The reason that someone would want to be an empath is because of the fact that there is a actual power in being an empath. There is a skill in being an empath. And the problem is that you have a bunch of people running around who don't understand anything about what it means to actually be an empath. And we'll start from the very, very beginning. Let me make this very clear to every single person who's watching this. You chose to be an empath. There is no other option for that. God, the universe, source, does not look down and go, yes, you are going to experience that. You are not going to experience that. You became an empath the day that something happened to you that was hard, that tore you apart, that ripped you apart, that made you stronger. The day that you suffered is the day that you became an empath, because the day that you suffered is the moment that you understood what suffering is. Every single person suffers. It's just called something different. It's just experienced in a different way, but every single person suffers. And so therefore, what it is that you're actually understanding is that everybody suffers. You're understanding what it looks like in someone's eyes when they're a single mom and they're struggling. You understand what it looks like in someone's eyes when they just broke up in a relationship and they are devastated. You understand that because you experienced that. The biggest issue with being an empath isn't the skill that you have, it's the understanding that you chose it. You see, because it works like this. If you believe that you, against your will, were picked to be an empath, then you also believe that you can go out in the world and against other people's free will can feel their feelings. And here's the truth. You can't. Permission is a key in this world. It is a universal law, which means that if you would accept the fact that you chose to be an empath, it puts you in control. It makes you understand that you chose this path, you chose this walk. You may not understand it, but you chose it. And therefore, it is yours. You are in control. And when you go out in the world, you'll also carry that same universal law, which means that you won't feel anything that you are not permitted to feel. And here's where this comes full circle. You can't feel something that someone else feels in the way that they felt it, because pain comes with knowledge. Everybody who has been through something that has been painful, that has been hard, learned a very valuable lesson. Every single person. And the thing is that you don't get to just absorb that from somebody else. It just doesn't happen that way. The only way that you're ever going to gain that knowledge is if they give permission for you to experience what they went through. And the moment that you understand that, the moment that you grasp that lesson, you skyrocket as an empath, because now you can go person to person with full control and say, I want to help you. What are you feeling? What did you go through? What did you experience? And the best part about you, the part that makes you special and the part that makes you unique, is that the only way that you can experience this is if you suffered before. Your suffering in a state of duality became strength and you just didn't notice. So stop calling people empath. Stop calling people narcissists. Stop calling people toxic. Stop cutting off people in your life, because all you're truly saying is that that's a line you can't cross. That person, that narcissistic person, that toxic person, that's just a line that you can't cross. But it doesn't mean that there aren't plenty of people out there who will cross it and who will help those people. All right? Being an empath is so insanely powerful when you apply it to universal law. Because if you don't apply it to universal law, it's chaos. Keep your 9 vibes alive.